Why does time seem to heal things we thought were permanent? Why do the deepest pains and memories and regrets eventually feel distant even when we were once convinced we'd never move on? Welcome back to the channel, my dear friends. I'm grateful to have you here today. This episode is one of reflection, healing, and hard-won wisdom. If you've ever been stuck in the past, haunted by memories, or broken by love, betrayals, failure, or loss, this message is for you. Inspired by a powerful quote from the late Yang Zhang, a beloved Chinese writer and thinker, who once said, "What you can't let go of, time will let go for you." That one sentence carries the weight of lifetimes. Today, I want to walk with you through real stories of heartbreak, regret, and healing, not from books, but from life. Together, we'll discover why, no matter how tightly you hold on to the past, life has a way of slowly, silently, gently peeling your fingers away until you learn to stand again, softer but stronger. So take a breath. You're not alone. Let's begin. Late at night, when the world falls quiet and your mind refuses to sleep, what thoughts keep you awake? Maybe it's a memory, face, name. Maybe it's that sentence you never said, that goodbye you never got to give. Maybe it's the version of yourself that made a mistake and you still haven't forgiven them. These are the invisible weights we carry. But the truth is, we won't carry them forever. Let me tell you about a woman I met years ago whose story still stays with me. He had been through a devastating divorce. Her husband of 15 years left her for someone younger. In an instant, her world, once full of shared routines, family traditions, and quiet mornings, was shattered. For 2 years she lived in a haze. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't eat, he couldn't stop replaying every argument, every memory, every moment that led up to the collapse. He would whisper to herself at night, "If only I had tried harder, if only I were younger, if only I had seen it coming." He hated herself, he hated him, but most of all, he hated how powerless he felt. Until one morning, as he woke up, Tan didn't cry. He told me later, "I don't know when it changed. I just realized I hadn't thought of him in a week, and then a month, and then I stopped counting." He didn't force herself to forget. He didn't rush her grief. He simply kept living. He took long walks. He learned to bathe. He traveled. He laughed with old friends. He cried in the shower. He felt everything. And then slowly, time did what time does. It turned bleeding wounds into faint scars. That's what Yang Zhang meant. You might not let go, but life gently and relentlessly will. Now, let's talk about those questions that eat at you in silence. Why did they leave her? Why did it happen to me? What could I have done differently? We all ask these questions, sometimes for months, sometimes for decades. But here's what I've learned from both ancient wisdom and modern psychology. Most of these questions have no satisfying answer. You're not in pain because the answers are hidden. You're in pain because your heart is trying to rewrite a reality that already happened. We want to go back and do it, re-edit the scene, say something better, choose differently. But life is not a film. It doesn't rewind. It just moves forward relentlessly. You can sit with your questions forever and still feel empty, or you can acknowledge them, and then walk anyway. Because over time, answers come in a different form. Not in words, not in teeth, not in explanations, but in understanding. Let me share another story of Rui, a man who lost his best friend in a car accident. They had been inseparable since childhood. Every dream, every heartbreak, every victory, they had shared it. And then one morning, the call, one sentence, and silence. He didn't just lose a friend, he lost the mirror that reflected the best parts of himself. He felt hollow. He said the world lost color. But then one day, walking past a bookstore, he saw a photo of two boys on a book cover. He smiled. For the first time in a year, he smiled. And it hit him. That smile didn't mean he forgot. It meant he remembered without breaking. That's what letting go really means. Not forgetting, not erasing, but carrying someone differently. Not as a wound, but as part of who you are. You see, the past never fully disappears, but its weight changes. The regrets you thought would haunt you forever, they soften. The names you couldn't say without crying, you begin to whisper with warmth. The pain that felt like it would drown you becomes a tide you learn to swim in. And one day, without realizing it, you look in the mirror and see someone new. Someone who survives. Someone who rebuilt. Someone who grew roots in the rubble. That's the gift of time. It doesn't ask you to be ready. It just invites you to keep breathing. Let's talk about forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness. So many of us carry guilt over what we said, guilt over what we didn't say, guilt over not being strong enough or smart enough, fast enough. But you were doing the best you could with what you knew, in the state you were in, with the tools you had. If you're still carrying shame for a past version of yourself, pause. Picture them, the younger you, afraid, confused, doing their best. Now imagine walking up to them and saying, "I see you, forgive you, and I love you." Because healing isn't about punishing yourself until you feel clean. It's about reclaiming your wholeness, even with your flaws, your failures, and your scars. Want to close today's message with the idea that freedom doesn't come from letting go all at once. It comes from choosing to loosen your grip a bit by bit. Every time you choose peace over bitterness, you're letting go. Every time you laugh without guilt, you're letting go. Every time you wake up and try again, you're letting go. Not because you should, but because you can. Add time to its gentle word, that it sand away the sharp edges, that it hold your hand as you walk through the fire. It will not rush you, but it will carry you forward if you let it. And I'd love to hear your stories. Have you ever let go of something you thought you never could? Have you watched time heal wounds you once thought were permanent? Or are you still in the middle of the storm, searching for your way out? Your voice matters. Share it in the comments. Let's create a space where healing is honored, not judged. And if today's message helped even a little, please support this channel, like the video, subscribe, share it with someone who needs it. Because we all carry things, but we don't have to carry them forever. Thank you for watching this video.